There's a popular claim that every cell in your body is replaced within 7 years, so the you from a decade ago is, physically, a completely different person. That claim is close, but the real picture, based on actual carbon-14 dating of human cells, is stranger and more specific than a flat 7-year number. In the early 2000s, a team led by Jonas Frisén at the Karolinska Institute figured out how to actually measure the age of individual cells in a living person. Above-ground nuclear weapons testing before 1963 had briefly spiked the amount of radioactive carbon-14 in the atmosphere. That carbon worked its way into plants, then into food, then into the DNA of every new cell made afterward. Because the level of atmospheric carbon-14 has been dropping in a known, measurable way since testing stopped, the amount baked into a cell's DNA works like a timestamp. Measure it, and you can tell almost exactly which year that cell's DNA was created. What they found: the turnover rate is wildly different depending on what kind of cell you're talking about. Skin cells on the surface of your body are replaced roughly every 2 weeks. The cells lining your gut turn over in about a week. Your red blood cells, the ones carrying oxygen through your bloodstream right now, only last about 4 months before your bone marrow replaces them. Muscle cells last much longer. In one study, muscle tissue from adults in their late 30s had an average cell age of about 15 years old, cells that had been quietly doing their job since the subject was in their 20s. Your skeleton is being rebuilt too, just slowly. Bone tissue in adults is estimated to fully turn over roughly once every 10 years, through a constant, invisible process of old bone being broken down and new bone being laid in its place. Then there are the exceptions, the cells that don't get replaced at all. Most of the neurons in your cerebral cortex, the part of your brain responsible for thought, memory, and personality, are the same cells you were born with. They don't divide, they don't get swapped out. Barring injury or disease, some of your brain cells really are exactly as old as you are. The lens of your eye works the same way, the cells at its center were formed before you were born and stay there, unrenewed, for life. So the honest version of the 7-year myth is this: you are a patchwork. Your skin from 2 weeks ago is already gone. Your blood is younger than a season. Your muscles remember most of your 20s. Your skeleton remembers the last decade. And a piece of your brain has been with you, cell for cell, since before you could see, walk, or remember anything at all. If a number like that reframes how you think about your own body, there's another one like it every episode. Subscribe for the next one.